guys, welcome back. This is your boy here, Adamslink. How you guys doing? Welcome to another crazy video. Firstly, good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. You might see me smiling all the time in my video. That doesn't mean a lot of crazy things. I'm not thinking like I'm thinking about a lot of crazy things. Mostly all those new development in Nigeria. I really sometimes just sit down to think about and process everything happening in this country. You know, for the past, let me say, for the past 1 month, not even like for 2 weeks now, we talked about Deborah's in Sokoto, Dave in Lagos. Now we had an incident in Dede, Abuja, FCT, Nigeria capital, Abuja. We have an incident with Okada motorists versus traders, and now they just recently banned Okada in some community in Lagos. Well, we're going to address that issue because that is currently what is people are talking about now. But just to cool down our temper a little bit before going over to the bad aspect of this video, so let's just play around a little and equally crucial thing. So it's not as if it's something like funny, but let's just cruise around a little bit before going over to all those crucial stuff. Well, let's talk about Bob and Sabinus. You know, Mr. Funny, he called himself, and you can also call him Sabinus. Well, Sabinus is one of the most trendy Nigeria comedian recently, and he won the best content creator at the recently held African Movie Awards, but was held a few days ago. Well, he's having an issue with Bobrisky, the first Nigeria first cross-dresser openly who identified as a cross-dresser, and now he's not identifying himself as a woman and a transgender, so it's not longer a cross-dresser. Well, Bobrisky wrote something that kind of like got Sabino's attention. Bob said, "I don't have a single problem like this. Let me just keep enjoying my money and the ones my boyfriend gave me to once in a while." Sabino decided to just say something about this. I called him, say, Mr. Ford. He said, "Senior man, your face show and your shoes shine." Bobrisky is not a man. Bobrisky is a woman. She has said that severally. Well, Bobrisky obviously didn't like whatever Sabinus was whatever the kind of mood Sabinus was bringing, whether he was joking about it or he was being serious. But Bob just immediately said, "Now your papa be senior man. I will soon arrest you." Well, I think that was a little bit too harsh. He should have said that, but it is what it is. Then again, guys, let's talk about what Psquare, Erica, and Whiskey Bodyguard are kind of like advising Nigeria to do. Firstly, Whiskey Bodyguard said the goal is to stay abroad and pray for Nigeria. Just like exactly what most of you are doing currently. Most of you watching me abroad are just staying there, just sending your prayers down to Nigeria because you cannot deal with the trauma Nigeria brings along with itself. Well, and Bibi Nigeria Erica said, "Nigeria is not worth dying over. The Nigerians too don't even care. So if you have the money, let another country be your plan B." Well, P-Square, Peter Okoye, he said, "Simple question. Stay in Nigeria or move abroad." As bad as it may seem that we are not promoting our country very well, like what most people send me, that we have so many problems in other countries, but they do not expose their problem as much as we Nigerians are exposing our problem. I do not know what they want us to do. Should we just keep quiet and allow, like, no light, no basic amenities, we should just be smiling and suffering? no talk, nothing. Is that what you expect? Like the advice Erica gave, if you look it in a way of trying to promote Nigeria, the advice is bad. But in another way, as a man, make get sense. That advice is a very nice advice. If you have money, let another country be your plan B. If you are in a way looking at in a way of promoting Nigeria, that advice is a really bad advice. No, we should stay in Nigeria. We should develop Nigeria. We should, if we leave Nigeria, nobody will come to save Nigeria. You know those motivational speakers. You know, we talk. Nigeria is our home. We should stay in Nigeria. And the most annoying part is that educated people in this country are the one even stealing, even ruining this country the most. People holding a government post, people holding offices, they are all educated. They all went to school. They are civilized. They know the book from back to front. They have master degrees in other countries, but they still come here to destroy the Nigeria. You heard what happened to Accountant General now. He has been suspended by the federal government through the Minister of Finance. He has been suspended. And another one just happened again. Accountant General being suspended for over 80 billion naira fraud. And don't forget, the former Accountant General misappropriated 2.7 billion naira. That was the reason why that former Accountant General was suspended. This new one now is being accused of 80 billion. The former one, 2.7 billion. New one, 80 billion. You see, put another one there. Another one will do 200 billion. Put another one there. Another one will do 1 trillion. You understand? It's crazy, and we might laugh about it, but it's painful. They pay me for our mind, I swear. Talking about my country, they pay me. Because I don't see where to jackpot go. I'm holding only a Nigeria passport. And nowadays, the money is not even enough to get you out of Nigeria. Money is not even enough. But it can get you out to all those countries. I might decide to just start staying in Ghana. I might decide. I go vessel. And check this out. This one, they said the EFCC arrested SNDDC MD over 47 billion naira fraud. Billion. They are not even talking about million. We're talking about billion. They're stealing billions. And see, it's very disappointing for me to say this. Just so you know, you see those billions, those guys are allegedly stole by EFCC claiming it. I bet you nothing will happen to them. I repeat it, nothing will happen to them. Nigeria will not seek answers. I bet you for the next 2 days, 3 days, or 1 week, we will totally forget if some money like 80 billion were ever stolen or 47 billion. We just move ahead with our lives. We saw a video of a policewoman being kidnapped.
I will not allow you to. Hey, help me, 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 help me. If they carry me, they go where I don't know. Help me.
Obviously, it's not kidnapping, but if police handle that guy, if police arrest that guy, they will charge him to court for kidnapping. So according to a police officer, SP Benjamin said, irrespective of whatever the police officer must have done unprofessionally, kidnapping anyone, especially a law enforcement officer on duty, is a felony. The man is already a suspect. Investigation has commenced. You kidnap person, you come video. No be now. I know. We are laughing on the internet. Ah, that man do well. That man do well. We are laughing, but now investigation has commenced. Now you kidnap person. Now you carry off. It's not a kidnap. We all know it's not a kidnap, but maybe the woman was trying to extort them. Then they just drove away. They just drove away, and you recorded it. I hope they have other recordings of the woman extorting them, because if this is the only recording they have, man, that guy will pay. Oh, honestly, let's be completely honest with ourselves. That guy will pay for the crime make he commit. I bet you he's gonna pay. But I just pray they have other recordings of the woman trying to, the police officer trying to extort them. But at the same time, I person mother. Just imagine seeing your mother in uniform and other people are humiliating her like this. How will you feel about it? But at the same time, why? Well, I do not want to say she extorted, because there's no proof of her extorting them. They just prove, there's a video proof that she was begging and crying for help. That's just it. So judging by that video, you guys are wrong. Well, let's move past that, and this one is coming from Reno Mockery on what he said about helping the poor. You know, every now and then you might feel very bad, like in a way, like very touched to help people, beggars. Well, Reno said, stop justifying giving help to a poor man because he has a wife and many kids. Let him suffer. Such a man needs to suffer so that other people see him suffer and learn not to have kids they can't cater for. Or we will have more of such in society if you help them. If you keep helping men for the sole reason that they are poor and have many kids, their mentality will be born as you like. God will use mumu people to help you train them. In case you don't know, that is already the mentality of many low or no wage earners who have many children. Your kindness is feeding that mentality and creating a population explosion resulting in insecurity. And honestly, it's absolutely right. Nowadays, I believe most of us now, if we want to render help, sometimes we kind of like check the people we are helping. Sometimes we mostly want to help women. Even some women say, I don't like to help them. I check very well. People I like to help are cripples, handicap. Those are the blind people. Those are the people I like to help. If you are not crippled, you have your two hands, everything is well. Or a woman who is really like sick and needs help, or who need a job. Yes, if I have a job, I can give to that person. But if you just clearly just deal on begging and you are complete as a human being, my dime, you know, say, lie, I cannot give you. It's impossible. I cannot give you. It's impossible. But it's good to hear people's story. People do have a well-to-do and their house getting demolished and other things happen to them. All those people's story, you can listen to them and assist. But majority of beggars, as we see, have wives, have husbands, and every night they knock. They are planning on making more children every night. So there are things we should be considering before helping nowadays. So to end this video, the last topic, let's talk about Lagos Abuja on fire. Well, Okada banned in Lagos. Of course, we saw what happened with David. Yes, we saw what. So with David, his name is David. You can call him Dave. We saw what happened to Dave in Lagos a few days ago, allegedly beaten to death by some Okada men, and also other stuff happened. Well, Lagos State government has been trying to implement this Okada ban for quite some times now. So they recently announced that they have concluded and they will issue Okada ban in some community, about 6 communities. Well, the Okada riders are not taking that. In fact, they had a union and they reached out to the government and assuring Sanwo-Olu, the Lagos State governor, of massive vote in 2023 if he reversed the Okada ban. And now it looks like they are not threatening to protest. They are threatening to protest currently. I don't know how the Lagos State gonna like maneuver the whole situation. In fact, as at early this morning, the police were trying to enforce the ban, and the Okada riders were resisting the enforcement. And this is what the Lagos State Police said.
We are anticipating that, and we are working on our strategies on how we're going to contend with that, in a holistic manner too. We know that banning the Okada riders can actually, increase crime rates, and we are not mindful of that, and we are already putting in place, like I said, a lot of strategies to contend with it. We know that it will send a lot of them to unemployment, and we know that some of them will maintain to crime because of that. So we are aware of that, and we are preparing for that.
Talking about that band as well, you see what is happening in Abuja day market. Well, traders lost their goods amounting to billions of naira yesterday. You should see the videos. You should see people lamenting, crying. Majorly Igbo traders, because Igbo traders are the one. Like if you go to most markets in Abuja, for instance, you will discover that many of all those markets are owned by Igbo people. They are the one that are kind of like eat the most whenever there's an uprise, because they have the heart to invest. They have the heart to want to develop a community. I see Igbo as more of Nigerians, so honestly, because they don't care. They don't, even though there's an uprise, they still build, they still construct, they still want to like invest. I see them and be like, man, you not get mind though. Even with this kata like this, when I see they buy land, see they build, they go. You understand? So FCT minister responded to the incident. They said FCT minister orders the definitely closure of day market as 5 confirmed dead. But what about the motorists? What about the motorcyclists? So they will go about their business. You see, the market people who are still crying that their goods were burnt, and the number of cars destroyed. I don't understand. Man, when will all those things stop? And I kind of like love what Renu said recently. She said, Nigeria politicians have been looking for a way to fan the flames of tribal and religious differences before the 2023 election. Many recent events have handed that to them on a platter of gold. We are already seeing the elections through religion and tribal license. Deborah case, Dave, and now Abuja market and Lagos, Okada. You see, nobody is looking at, oh, is this what is wrong? Okay, how can we improve our educate all those Okada people, better improve themselves, like hold a union, like in a group, to educate themselves on how to interact with customers, on how to better avoid conflict, on how to better understand each other. Why can't they just, hold a meeting with the government and say that, okay, we're going to hold a union If there's any issue concerning Okada rider, we'll provide that Okada rider so that that Okada rider will pay the full wrath of the law. You know, all those kind of things. Because I believe, I don't have any issue with an Okada rider if they can better compose themselves, if they can better know how to address issues, if they can interact well, if they can have some level of education. Because we need Okada riders. Let's not be complaining on. We need Okada riders in the way that, okay, to move just from my house to the junction to get the car, you know, I need Okada rider. I will pay like 150, 100 naira. You know, it's not easy to call a taxi from the highway to straight to my house. You know, all those kind of things. We need Okada just as much as they need us as well. If they end up, this Okada end up, destroying or kill everybody, how they will they make money? Well, thank you guys for watching. It's your boy again, Adamslink, and I'll catch you next time. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Bye.